All right, so for today's video, we are going to be taking a look at the Wera Stubby screwdriver. Now, they call this the KK Stubby Magnetized one, and it's just a stubby magnetized screwdriver. It's just a small little compact screwdriver. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that. Take a look at this guy. So it is a little bit small, compact, has that traditional Wera design for their screwdrivers for the handle, and now the bit holder on this guy pops out of the top, and it does spin around 360 degrees. So if you were looking for a bit, you could, easily find it in the carousel. And it also moves from side to side, which I find beneficial when you're trying to put the bits back into the bit holder. It's just, a small little compact bit holder from Wera, and you just pull a bit out from the back end of it. You close it back up, and then the tip of it does have a magnet in the top of it, and it locks it into place. It's a fairly strong little magnet in the back of there, and it is, it works fairly well. And now it's not just limited to the Wera bits to put in there. You can put whatever you like in there. So if you don't want to use that Wera bit, maybe you wanted to put a little bit longer of a bit in there, you could put that in there. Kind of reduces it from a compact little stubby screwdriver when you had a long bit driver to it, but there is that option, and other bits will lock into it. We'll go ahead and put this little Klein bit into the handle, and like I said, other bits will lock into it as long as they're that 1/4 inch hex on them. It will lock into this handle. Now, one thing to note is if you wanted to, you could use this guy as a 1/4 inch nut driver. Now, it's not very magnetic, and the screw, I believe, is just being kind of held in there from how they machined out that 1/4 inch. It's just got tight tolerance where it can hold that screw into there. If that's something that you needed, maybe you needed a 1/4 inch nut driver and this is all you had on you, you could easily use that as a nut driver. I'll go ahead and put that bit back in there. Now, this is a little bit fatter than the, I would say its competition would be this Klein Stubby multi-bit screwdriver. It's a little bit fatter than the Klein, but it features some more bits in the back if that's what you are looking for. Now, I know Klein has some other ones that have some bit storage and things like that, some other stubbies and things like that for these guys, but this is just one of the ones that I currently have in my tool bag. Definitely not something that I use very often, but it does come in handy when need be. Now, where this little Klein has the advantage compared to this Wera is this guy has a 1/4 and a 5/16 nut driver, so if you needed them in a small compact space and you work with the 5/16, you would be SOL with this guy unless you got one of those little short stubby nut drivers to put on the end of it, and then again that might make it a little bit longer, whereas if you had this little Klein, it's a little bit longer when you don't have the bit inserted into it, but when you have the bit, they're roughly about the same size, like I said, but this guy doesn't have that 5/16, so that is something that you would have to add, whereas compared to the Klein, it does have a 1/4 and 5/16 on them, but then again, if you don't need 1/4 and 5/16, then you're just working with the assortment of bits that come here in the back. Then you'll be all set to go. Now, I do find it a little bit tricky, like I said, to get the bits in there. I kind of feel that you have to angle it out to get the bits in there. And the bits do fit a little loose once you take them out for the first time. And when I close it up, you can kind of hear them jiggling around in there. But every time you open the back of it up, none of them seem to fall out. They're just a little bit loose, like this 5.5 millimeter slotted. Fits a little bit loose in the bit holder. Same with that Torx that I just had out. Like I said, they just feel like they fit a little bit on the looser side when you first take them out of here compared to when you got them from the factory where they were nice and tight in there. That's just something I noticed. But overall, definitely a nice little screwdriver from Wera. Decided to pick it up, check it out, see how it worked. It's relatively inexpensive. I kind of forget what the price was, but I think it was like 30 bucks, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. If you want to get one of these for yourself, I will leave a couple links in the description down below if you want to pick one of these up. But with that being said, that's all I have for this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel them down in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching.